toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on another team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Hurricanes will get us started with the opening kickoff. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So Clemson's offense will start this game off. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well.
There he goes! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. For a quarterback as highly touted as Cade Klubnik was, I think he would even tell you he started slowly, but man, the progression, the improvement has been exponential, Jesse.
It has, Reese, and he's played big in big games as of late. You think back to last year's ACC championship game, and then I would argue his game against Texas, even in the loss in the playoff, that might have been his best game of the season, making throw after throw. You can see why he was so highly recruited, and if he plays up to that standard week in, week out, Clemson's going to be really tough to beat.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He's got it on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. They drag him down, but not before he picks up a Clemson first down.
We're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent.
Turning it on! They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
They'll run it on first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tiger.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Miami's offense will have its first possession of the game. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays on him.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Gonna run it. It's Fletcher. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Looking downfield, it's Beck. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls in.
The Hurricanes will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's got the tight end. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Takes the handoff. It's Randall. Breaks into the open. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Finds the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Clemson set up with another first down. The throw to the outside is complete. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
On first down from the 13-yard line. Pulls and throws off the RPO. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback on the keeper. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Slams ahead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, Pollock. I'm running it again right here on the 1 yard.
And I think you still got 2 plays. Third down, be physical. All you got to do is fall forward, get that 1 yard.
All they need is 1 yard, and they got nothing on the last play. Here's third down. Searching forward on the sneak. Sneaks into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with the quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air. It's back. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front 7. They're able to fight off the blocks in that third down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up fourth down.
The Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's incomplete on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. The give on the inside. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll give it to the back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker, it's Williams. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Power football with the run.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. From the gun to give, looking for room. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Maybe a little too bold on that return as he's out of bounds at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Looking to throw, it's back. Makes the grab.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Off play action on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Grabbed over the middle, it's Haynes.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football. The
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys on the field. Stringing first downs together like this.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the ground with the back. Spins away from the defense. There he goes. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened? And what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
And the Tigers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Here's a heat. He'll throw it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to pass. It's back. This time he's got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. At the 40, there he goes. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Fletcher. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Wants to throw on third. Grab near the marker. It's Daniels. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Beck. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Fires toward the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That is no good. Hoping to cut into that lead, and they did not. The lead is huge. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Makes the grab. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. That one's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be dead at the 35-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Quick release by the QB. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on 1st down. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it. Get it to your running back and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw it. He's got his man. Makes the grab. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Miami. Once he got some room, it was over.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Now the play fake. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a running room. Inside. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Balvin. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Four punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. Back to pass, it's Beck. A strike downfield. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
They just keep firing. Snagged out of the air. Bulldozes his way through. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Bauman.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Canes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Hurricanes. A great catch and run for 6.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass.
Number 45 set to kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the run, it's Randall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this fourth quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this fourth quarter.
To throw, it's Klubnik. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Gain of 3. Coming up, 4th down.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away.
Punt formation to kick it away.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Fletcher. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Off play action. Grabbed in the middle. It's Daniels. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw. It's back. Wide open downfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gonna look downfield again. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. He is dealing on this drive, completed all 5 throws, and now they have 1st and goal.
Yeah, and who needs balance when you got a guy like this? You trust him, getting the ball back in the pocket. The ball's coming out, spreading it around the field. Nice decision-making. This drive has been surgical for this QB.
Got it behind the line. It's Daniels. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Canes.
Number 7.
This offense needed a big play, and that is the guy that they need to go to help create a spark on offense. Awesome job.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 35-21. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last scoring drive, old Uncle Mo has switched sidelines, and now they'll try to get it back while they're clinging to this lead. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Now on second down. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He's got him. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll run play action. He's got the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
They'll go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. He'll take a shot. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connection in the back corner of the end zone.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Clemson will send the punt team out. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Starts a drive trying to go up top. That's reeled in. It's Fletcher.
Yeah, you're just running out of time where you can have these small gains where the clock continues to run. This offense definitely got to have some urgency. Down, late in the game. I need to force some plays, Palmer, probably down the field.
And if you're the defense, you can have that all day. We're going to play big zones. We're going to keep the ball in front of us. We've got the lead. You're going to have to make catches like that and make us miss. But you want to keep throwing those little dink and dunk throws? Have at it. So you keep doing that, we're going to win the game.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Daniels. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Looking to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Canes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Beck. Just a short pass to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Daniels. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time? Breaking on the ball. It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
And the Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Spin, still running. Turning it on. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Plucks it out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Touchdown, Miami! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28.
That makes the score Clemson 35.
Just over 30 seconds to play. They'll line up for the onside kick, and they've got to get it to have a shot. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great. The home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough. Even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today, these are the types of moments they can jump up and bite you.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.